Okay, hi everyone. We will continue this session on gauss elimination with scale pivoting. Okay, so I'm going to share something on the screen now. Okay, so this file, word file on pivoting, you can see the references in the e-learning. Word file for this topic. Okay, scale partial pivoting. So the topics on partial pivoting I have explained on the previous video. So for today's session, the topic is on scale partial pivoting. Okay, so what is the meaning on scale partial pivoting? This is a process when we conduct the ERO with interchange the row by comparing and scaling the largest element in each row scale. Okay, so the one that I highlighted here is base. Divide non-zero leading term in the row by largest term. Okay, so let's consider the same matrices that we have on Gauss elimination with partial pivoting. Okay, so I'm going to explain on the first matrix. Okay. Okay, so this is matrix that we have, original matrix. Okay, so the understanding or the concept in this Gauss elimination with scale pivoting is by determining the row then and the highest magnitude with the scale. Okay, the row, the highest magnitude. Okay, I'm just using this one, highest magnitude, the short form, and the scaling. Okay, so the row, first start one, we have 1, 2, 3, 4. Because our matrix is 4 by 4. Okay, so let's look at row 1. Okay, 1 in the magnitude, this is magnitude 1, magnitude 4, 4, 7. Okay, so we see that this is 7, right? 7. So in the first row, 7 is the highest. Okay, so write the highest magnitude in row number 1. Then we see in row number 2, 0 to magnitude here is 1. Okay, so 2 and 1. So the highest magnitude for row number 2 is 2. In row number 3, 2, 1, 1, 4. Okay. In row number 4, 2, 3, 2, 5. Okay, we don't use on the right hand side, yeah. 2, 3, 2, 5. Okay, so remember whatever negative, when we consider the magnitude, take it to positive only. So the largest magnitude is 5 for row number 4. Okay, so when we do comparison, row number 1 is the largest. Okay, so next we do scaling. Okay, so the scaling will be like this one. For row number 1, the leading digit is 1. So row number 1, so we use this one. So the scalar will be 1 divided by 7. So we can have 0.14. Okay, row number 2 is the leading digit is 0, correct? 0. Okay, so the scalar is 0 divided by 2. So we have 0. Row number 3 is here, row number 3. So we have 2 divided by 4. Okay, we divide by here. 4 is this one. So this 2 is here. Okay, so here we have 0.5. And then row number 4 is 2 divided by 5. Which one's 2? Comes from here. Okay, this 2. So you can get in calculator, get let's say is 0.4. You can check this one in your calculator. See that the largest scaling is here is in row number 3. Okay, so we interchange. Okay, we interchange that this will interchange here. Row 3 interchange row number 2. Okay, so that's why in the next step we'll be getting interchange the row as the first step. Okay, interchange the row. So we interchange the row basically on the reason of the largest scale. Okay. So the next step after we have pivot because of the largest scaling. So then make sure the remaining numbers that is below this one must be 0. So means that row 3 which is number 1 and row 4 which is number 2 make it 0. Okay, make it 0. So find out what is the formulation. Okay, this formulation explains the steps. Make it row 3, make it row 4. Okay, so then okay, so I'm going to explain at this step. Okay, so this matrix this is here. So I'll just write down again, rewrite on the screen this matrix so that I'm going to explain what is the next step that we're supposed to do. Okay, so the one that previous one, okay, so we still consider the row. Okay, the row. So but the new row here will be the one that the row we have interchange, correct? Okay, with the highest magnitude and the scaling. Okay, so 3, 4. So just now we have what? 0 point. The scaling. So 3, 2, 1. This is 2 is 2. This 2 and 2 comes from here. Okay. So this 3, 4 change position because that's now we pivot, correct? So this is 1 and 7. And then this is nothing change, the same thing with their scaling 0.5. So this is 0. This is 0.14. This is 0.4. Okay, so I'm going to write down again using another color. Okay, so this one is the one that I updated here. So I mean for this step, we see that what is the new scaling that we are going to change. Okay, so the one that we pivot just now is here, right? Okay, so then we skip this step because we have done the scaling, we have done pivot based on this scale, right? Because just now 3 take over, right? Row 3 take over row 1. Okay, so the one that we consider in the comparison, so don't touch. Next, between this one, okay? Between these 3 rows. Okay, so next, we look at here. Okay, you have to update the new scaling. Okay, update. So I'll just cross it. Okay, so the largest magnitude here is 2. So the new scaling is this number divided by the magnitude. So we have 2 divided by 2, correct? Equal to 1. So the one that we divide at the denominator always means the largest or highest magnitude. Okay, next row. This is largest magnitude 7. So remember, Okay, nothing changed, so the largest magnitude is correct. This 7 comes from previous one. So remember, 7 previous one. But let's see this one. Okay, so this one you have to update. 9 over 2 divide by this one, 7. Okay, so get the calculator. You will get 0.64. Okay. Next one. The largest magnitude is 5. The leading, this row, is negative 4. Okay. Remember when we want to do the scaling, just take it positive. Okay. So here you have to update. You have to update the new one. So it is 4 divided by 5. 5 it is this one, 5. So we have here that is equal to 0.8. Okay, so compare. 1, 0.64, 0.8. This is the largest, right? Okay, because this is the largest and it's already in the position, in the correct position, so there's no need for us to do pivoting because the largest scaling, row number 2, is already in that row number 2. Get here, this row, 0 to -1, 0, and 5. So where we do comparison based on the scaling, this row already has the largest scaling. So then we do not need to do the pivoting. Okay, no need to pivot. And then the next step is to make it the number that is below than this 2, 0. Okay, so make it -9 over 2, 0, make it -4, 0. So we have to do row operation for row number 3 and row number 4. So this is the creative formulations. So these two steps you can combine at the same time, but this one doing separated. Okay, do it separately. So it's up to you. You want to do separately or you can combine at the same times. So to make it short or to save time, you can combine. Okay, if you already expert doing the ERO, then you can combine. Okay, but if you want to be careful, you can do separately. Okay, so this is the lattice matrix. Okay, so see that the elements below than these two already 0. Okay, next, let's compare. So we have to update the new scaling between row number 3, row number 4. So row 1, row 2, we didn't touch anymore. So our focus now is based on row number 3 and row number 4. Okay, so I'm going to write down again this matrix on the screen. 1, 1, 4, 2, 0, 2, -1, 0, 5. 0, 0, 5 over 4, 5, 57 over 4, and then 0, 0, -1, -9. -9, sorry, my writing is bad. This is 17. Okay, so I'm going to write down that their their row, their highest magnitude, and the scaling. Okay, so we have done row number. Okay, this one done. This one also done. Okay, so we compare between these two. So their largest magnitude is here, 7 and 5. Okay, so let's look at the leading elements. Okay, so the scaling here. So here nothing, so don't focus, I just put dash. So leading elements here is 5 over 4. Right, 5 over 4 is here. So divided by the largest magnitude. Divided by 7. So we have 0.18. So this one, the largest magnitude 5. This comes from your starting matrix. Okay, so remember. So here we have negative 1. Okay, there's negative. Okay, but when we do scaling, remove the negative. So we do 1 divided by 5. So this 1 divided by 5 is equal to 0.2. So which one is the largest? This one. Okay, so we have to pivot, interchange the row here. Okay, so interchange the row. So that's why in the next step, we interchange the row number 4 and 3 because of that, because of the larger scaling. Okay, row number 4 contain larger scaling, so we do pivot. Okay, so this is the answer after we pivoting. Okay, so after pivot, so the next step is to make it the number that is below this negative 1, make it 0. So find out what is the operation. So this is the formulation. Okay, so make it 0. So this is the formulation. And then here we stop. We stop the matrix and then we proceed with the backward substitution. Okay, so that is the explanation. Okay, so I hope that you already knew how to do this Gauss elimination with scale pivoting. Okay, find out what is the difference between Gauss elimination with partial pivoting and also find out what is the difference between Gauss elimination with scale pivoting. Okay. So I think that's all. Please solve the following Gauss elimination with pivoting and Gauss elimination with scale pivoting. Question and I will check your solution in our next class.